All right, welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we've got a really wild story for you. It's one that connects, believe it or not, Renaissance art, old-school optical illusions, and a brand new, kind of scary threat to artificial intelligence.
So to really get a handle on this modern-day threat, we actually have to take a trip way back in time. We're going to start with a really old trick of the eye, a type of art that was literally designed to hide a secret image right out in the open.
Okay, so this technique is called anamorphic art, and you can pretty much think of it as a kind of visual code, like encryption, but for your eyes. Artists would use these extreme, super calculated distortions to hide images in plain sight. And here's the key, right? Unless you know the exact angle to look from, or you have a special tool, like one of those cool mirrored cylinders, the real picture is completely hidden from you. It's a secret that isn't buried underground, it's just camouflage right there in front of you. So yeah, this whole idea has been around for centuries. We're talking Leonardo da Vinci sketching these things out all the way to its peak popularity in the 1700s. Then it kind of just vanished. It became a lost art, only to be brought back in the 1970s. But that begs the question, right? What happens when this ancient art trick gets a high-tech 21st century makeover?
And this is where our story takes a really dramatic turn. We're leaving the art museum and heading straight to the front lines of cybersecurity.
Okay, check this out. It's the exact same core idea, but used for two completely different things hundreds of years apart. The target? It's not a person's eyes anymore. It's an AI model. And the goal? We're not trying to reveal a hidden picture. We're trying to reveal a hidden command.
So, some security researchers over at a company called Trail of Bits, they built this open source tool called Anamorpher. And what it does is, it takes that old school art principle and completely weaponizes it for today. It hides malicious instructions inside an image file. And let me tell you, the tech world definitely sat up and took notice of this, because it's both really clever and, well, pretty dangerous.
People online immediately got it. They saw it as this totally new way to attack an AI. See, it's not about tricking the AI's logic, it's about tricking its perception, the way it sees, just like that old art form tricked us. So the big question is, how in the world do you actually use an ancient art trick to hack a super modern AI?
Well, it turns out it's surprisingly simple. The whole thing works by exploiting a totally routine, boring process that AIs do thousands, maybe millions of times a day, without ever thinking twice. So here's how it goes down. Step 1. An attacker embeds a hidden text command into a big image file. Step 2. They feed that image to an AI. To us, to any human looking at it, it just looks like a normal picture. But then, step 3, the AI automatically shrinks the image down to process it. And that simple, automatic step is where the whole trap springs shut. So just imagine you're scrolling on social media, right? And you see this picture of a cat. It's just a cat, totally harmless. You might even like it or share it. But what you don't know is that hidden deep inside the digital DNA of that picture, and the way all the pixels are arranged, there's something else hiding. Now, an AI doesn't look at the full-size image like we do. That's just not efficient. It needs a smaller, easier-to-handle version to work with, like a thumbnail. So it just automatically shrinks it down. And in that one tiny, routine action of rescaling, that's when the magic happens. The carefully planned distortion just undoes itself. And this is the truly brilliant part of the whole hack. As that image gets smaller, those distorted pixels just snap into place, and suddenly they form readable text. What was invisible to us becomes a crystal-clear command for the machine. This whole thing is a type of attack we call prompt injection, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You're secretly injecting a malicious command where it absolutely does not belong. Okay, so this might all sound like a really clever experiment, a cool proof of concept. But is it a real threat? Does this actually affect the AI tools that you and I use every day?
The short answer is yes, absolutely. According to that security analysis from Trail of Bits, this exact method has been proven to work on major, mainstream models like Google's Gemini. They got it to perform actions it was never, ever supposed to do.
And this isn't some niche, obscure problem either. In fact, one of the biggest names in cybersecurity, the OWASP Foundation, they label this entire category of attack, prompt injection, as the #1 single greatest security risk to large language models right now.
So really, what we're seeing here is just one more battle in a much larger war. It's a constant back and forth, an arms race between the people building AI and the people trying to break it. For every new safeguard they build, someone finds an even cleverer new attack. It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
An ancient trick of the eye has been totally reborn for the digital age, and it's a powerful, powerful reminder that the biggest vulnerabilities can come from the most unexpected places, hiding in plain sight, just like they did in those Renaissance paintings.
So, all of this leaves us with a really critical question, especially as AI becomes more and more a part of our world. As these systems start to see for us, how can we ever be sure what they're really looking at? Thank you for joining this explainer.